What's up, internet people? I hope everybody had a fantastic double Easter holiday finanza. I worked. So maybe you're considering moving to Hawaii, or maybe you're just interested in what it's actually like living here. I wrote down a list of what I consider to be pros and cons of living here. These are my opinions, but I think they're pretty strong ones, so I'm gonna share them with you guys. People tend to have aloha here in Hawaii. What we mean by that is that you're a caring person and you think about others before you do your actions, and you say hello and you wave and you smile to people, even if you don't necessarily know them 100%. A happy people, and I like being around happy people. It puts me in a good mood. That's always fun. Now, a downside, and this is something that I didn't really realize before I moved here, and I think a lot of other people don't, so this is an important one to listen to. White people are considered a minority, and this is something that is extremely awkward for somebody who grew up in Southern California like me, or just anywhere on the mainland where white people are not minority. It's very strange coming into a circumstance where you're not used to having people be racist against you. So that's something that you have to prepare for when moving to the island culture. The beach is literally 10 minutes away from any location where I live on Maui, except for like the top of Haleakala. You can basically just go to the beach walking distance if you want, and you'll be there anytime, any day. Here's some pictures of our beautiful ocean. Something that I complained about when I lived in Orange County was that there was nothing to do. Oh my god, what was I thinking? Because when you live on an island, there is actually nothing to do. If you don't get a hobby, you'll kill yourself. Like, no joke. That's the reason that I got into YouTube, and that's the reason that I play Magic the Gathering, my favorite card game. You really have to keep yourself busy because the only thing to do here is go to the beach or go hiking, which is fun, and like those can be your hobbies, that's fine. Yeah, it's crazy. There's no nightlife, there's not really any clubs, there's no Disneyland, no amusement parks, no water parks. You can golf or you can swim or hike, that's it. Okay, when it comes to jobs, there's like far less competition because when you're applying for a position, maybe you're one of 5 or something. It's not like on the mainland where you turn in your application and it just goes to the bottom of a pile and they never even come across it because there's just so many in that pile. Because people are so close and everybody knows each other, it's a tight-knit community, and if you don't know somebody, it's really difficult to get a job. They'll just give it to their cousin or their uncle that's applying, or their friend's friend, before they give it to you. Like, you really have to meet people and get to know them before they hire you. It's crazy. I mean, you can get lucky, I'm sure, but that's what I had to do. Because all the animals, it's so freaking cool to just be driving to work and all of a sudden you see like 3 whales. Like, you're hanging out on the beach and there's turtles and manta rays at sunset. It's the coolest freaking situation and the greatest experience, and I feel so one with nature and I love it. There's so many cool animals here. Jackson chameleons and birds. We have mongooses, dolphins and monk seals and all kinds of great shit. But when there's good animals, there's also going to be some scary animals, and not that any animals are considered bad in my opinion, and they're all necessary for the ecosystem and the environment, and they live here and it's okay for them to be here. But there are some annoying ones, such as centipedes. Fuck centipedes, if you know what I'm talking about. Those things fucking hurt. Those things are the devil, demon, fucking animal. Ah, I hate centipedes. Mosquitoes, they're everywhere. Oh god, I was just covered for months. I hate mosquitoes. Stingrays, jellyfish, sharks. Nobody likes sharks, okay? That's scary. I don't know. There's very minimal driving. Like, I've saved a lot of money on gas since I've moved here. It's not as big as the mainland, so minimal driving. But there's also a downside because there's minimal roads, and if there's any sort of construction or an accident or traffic, you're stuck. And there's no way to go back or go around because there's only one road, so you just gotta deal with it and fucking sit there. And yeah, the mainland traffic is definitely way worse. Like, every night on the freeway there's traffic hour, but when you do hit traffic here on Maui, it fucking sucks. And you also just get so used to not driving. When you have to go for like a 30-minute drive, you're like, oh my god, that's so long, fuck that shit. It's hilarious. Everybody learns to take advantage of the non-driving thing. It's terrible. First world problem. That there's free food. If you're starving and you're hungry, you can go pick fruit off a tree, or you can go fishing and get a fish and eat. You don't have to pay money. Be careful not to take somebody else's shit, because then you're gonna die. Problem with food here is that we have to import everything, and so everything is really fucking expensive. Like twice the price of things on the mainland. And not just food, anything that you buy when you're here. Like, people don't realize how expensive shit is out here, and to live out here is really fucking expensive because you have to pay for food and necessities, and it's really expensive to ship all that shit out to an island. So yeah, it's expensive to live out here. Now, people always say they want to move to paradise. I can't argue with you. The weather out here is amazing. It's so beautiful. It's so nice. It rains, but it's warm always, and there's rainbows every single day. Here's a picture. That now I can't handle cold weather. I went back to California to visit my family, and it was like 70 degrees and windy, and I was so cold I thought I was gonna die. I couldn't handle it. It's terrible because we just get used to things, and yeah, that's the bad part about living here all the time, is that when you're cold, you get really cold. Every concert that you go to, it's like regular price tickets, everybody pays the same price, and every seat is front row because we only have a tiny little concert amphitheater and there's not that many people here. So if you go to a concert and you pay money to go see somebody, you're guaranteed to be like within the first 5 rows, and it's super cool, sick concert experience. I've never been able to be that close and not have to pay, well, I've never paid that much money because that would be ridiculous. So it's cool that I can just pay a regular concert fee ticket price and get fantastic seats. It's so great. I love it. The downside is that no bands really come to Maui. I'm sure more bands go to Oahu than over here. Mainly, only bands that come out here is reggae music, which I don't really have a problem with, but I'm sure if you lived out here and you weren't into only reggae music, you'd be kind of bummed that none of your favorite bands ever come out here. And I'm also really bummed that Tool is not coming out here. I keep trying to get Tool to come out here, and they won't. It's saddening me. Come on, Tool. So you get to make really close friends and like have really tight-knit relationships with people because you run into them daily, and it's like a little small town community. I grew up in a bigger, not city, but more suburb area, and not everybody knew everybody that you ran into. Like, it wasn't like constant faces you recognized like how it is here. The downside to that is that you can easily build a reputation. You just gotta watch what you do. I can literally give 2 shits what people think about me, so I don't care. But if you strongly give a shit about what people care and say about you, you better be careful what you say around other people, because it's gonna get around, and that's just how it is. You can smoke on any beach, you can take your dog on any beach. It's super cool. The reason we can do this is because people are responsible and actually care about things here, and they pick up their dog shit and they pick up their cigarette butts and they clean up. If it's littering on our beaches or letting your dog poop and leaving it, seriously, screw you. You're taking advantage of something that's not yours, and that is so rude and so fucked up. You're pissing me off so hard, like, ah! Don't do that shit. Don't litter. Pick up your shit. Throw it in a trash can. Please, I'm begging you. It's not your world to destroy. It's not. Hey, do you know what time it is? Oh, that's right, it's time for Becca's tip of the day. Woo! Today's tip, I'm sorry guys, it's another beauty tip. Hairspray. You guys need to purchase. God, I need to fix the lighting. Aquanet. Okay, this is from the 70s. It is the world's best hairspray ever. That's why it still exists. This is responsible for destroying the entire layer of the universe. What is that layer called? Thank you. Aquanet was probably responsible for destroying 90% of the ozone layer, but modern hairspray and this one too has been taken away from doing that as badly. And just don't use a shitload like people used to do. This shit is the best. It actually works. Unlike other hairsprays that are all about like, you get the body, you get the smell, your hair will be shiny. This is just like, this is hairspray. It's gonna keep your hair in place, and it does its freaking job, which is all it wants to do. It doesn't even have to advertise because it's been around for so long. And that is also why it's so goddamn cheap. So, Aquanet is how we roll in the hairspray gang bang club. I don't know. You see, Marissa, this is the stuff that Farrah uses. Aquanet. Very important. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Go follow me on Twitter. Check out the links in the description below. Have a nice day. Happy holidays. Peace.